Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net streaming service here, and it's April 1st, and that's no joke. Here we are on 443.075, otherwise known as the VE3ZOE repeater. Sounds like Jason may not be able to join us tonight, so I'm hoping that Charles, VA3CJZ, will step up and carry the net for us tonight. So we'll be streaming live here, and we've got less than a minute before the net opens up.
Alrighty then, good evening everyone and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. I just received a message that Jason, VE3ZJC, will not be able to make it as net controller tonight, and so I'm happy to host tonight's net. This Lake Ontario Radio Club net meets here 4 times a week on this VE3ZOE repeater. No tone required, simple +5 positive offset to get into this repeater at 443.075 on top of the Mohawk College here in Hamilton. My name is Chuck and my station is located below the escarpment just east of downtown. I'd like to thank Terry for the use of this fine repeater, VE3IQL. Thank you, Terry, for the use of this fine repeater with great coverage. And so with that, let's start taking check-ins. Please come now. Vector Echo 3, Vector Yankee Tango. Bonsoir, Edouard. VE3VYT, VA3CJZ. Come on in. I don't know how to do it in French. Vector Echo 3. VYT, but got to put the French accent on those. Oh, well, I'm just here for a brief check-in. I'm just headed to a meeting that I'm already late for, I see. But I got another 3 minutes to drive, so I thought I'd say hi. Oh, well, that was very nice of you, Edward. And how was the drive today? Well, right now it's fine, actually. Earlier on, I was going eastbound, and it was flowing well, but that was 2 o'clock, and now I'm going westbound, and it's flowing even better. We're doing 100 with no issues whatsoever. Oh, very good. Very glad to hear it. So, nice sunny day today. A little bit chilly with the wind, though. I'm reading currently it's about 3 degrees. Probably feels like 0 with the wind out there, but nonetheless, it is in fact spring, so only good things are to come. Thanks again, Edward. I hope you're not too late to your appointment there. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I've got another couple of minutes on my GPS here, just at the corner of QEW and Broadway Road, so I should just be there real soon. Thanks so much for letting me say hello, and have a good evening along with all the rest of the crew here. All right, very good then. Yeah, I imagine Jason is still in traffic on his way home, or just getting home, so I thought I'd jump in and take over for him. So with that, let's see who else is out there would like to stop by and say hi. I'd like to thank Mac of VA3IMW for streaming the net on YouTube, and Wade has checked in there, and yeah, at least to start, he has checked into the YouTube stream. So if you want to check it out, just type in Mac's name, or call sign, I believe, VA3IMW, and then look for LORC, 1st of April. All right, with that, let's see who else is out there. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, India, Mike Whiskey. Yep, I'm here.
Victor Echo 3, Juliet Zulu Tango. Okay, I heard 2 stations there. I know Mac is a base, and VE3 Juliet Zulu Tango. Please come now. This is Chuck, VA3CJZ. Hello, Chuck. Victor Echo 3 Juliet Zulu Tango. It's Jeff, and I'm turning mobile, headed to Kitchener Waterloo Amateur Radio Club meeting tonight. So I'm just about a little west of Ayr, Ontario. How am I making it in? Well, you're holding the repeater, no problem. There's a little bit of choppiness coming into the repeater there, but it didn't drop, and I could hear everything you're saying there. So that's this repeater has a pretty good coverage. That's funny. So now you're not holding the repeater, and I'm guessing you're driving further away from the repeater. But I just want to thank you, Jeff, for checking into our net. We're here 4 times a week: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 7 o'clock on the ZOE repeater. And so thanks again. Okay, let's kick it over to Mac, VA3IMW.
Good evening, Chuck, and happy AREG Eve. Once again, thanks for the chitter chat on the way home, and it's nice to make use of this repeater. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people that listen to this, even in the distance. I don't think it was this morning, but perhaps yesterday. When I turned the radio on and headed up the road on my normal morning commute, I threw my call sign out there, and a gentleman came back to me from the borderline of Etobicoke and Mississauga. So we had a very quick QSO, and he remarked that he listened to me all the time. Not sure what that means. Stalker? I don't know. I don't have a stalker. But obviously, this gentleman that checked in on the fringes of Kitchener, that just goes to prove how good a coverage the repeater has across the area. And I can always remember back to coming back from the Ottawa Valley, just over into Quebec. And as I rejoined the 401 up by the Big Red Apple, I was able to check in to the AREG net. I think it was just at the tail end, and a quick bounce off Lake Ontario probably helped a little bit. But yeah, from all the way down near Kingston, it seemed to work fairly well. And Pierre had a similar experience. I guess he was sitting in a gas station in Belleville, and he heard something on the repeater frequency, keyed up, and sure enough, he was just in that perfect spot. So yeah, always remember there's lots more people listening than people that are talking. Anyways, I also see that Noel, VE3KDT, is checked in on YouTube, as well as Will I Am, VE3IUK. So perhaps we'll hear from them on RF as well. Anyways, it is Tuesday. Looking forward to the hump day tomorrow. And I'm sure you've got lots of good information to keep us entertained with. Certainly appreciate it. All the hard work you do in preparation. Other than that, just throw it out again. June 21st is coming. Our next tentative scheduled date for another eyeball QSO for the VE3 HPO group, and looking forward to a group activation with some nice warm weather and all that good stuff. And park yet to be named. We'll find some place with good parking options and hopefully something that's RF friendly. Anyways, I'll turn it back to you, Chuck. I'm sure there's going to be lots more coming in to say hi. Oh no, I did it again.
Yep. Looking forward to the group activation eyeball, and that was it. But good job there, Mac.
Well, I guess if you get 3 minutes of fame, you might as well use it all up. So I guess I did. And you got the gist of it. So, yeah, at the risk of doing it again, I'll turn it back to you and let you see who else is out there.
All right. And I'd like to agree with Mac on the fact that repeaters have a lot of people that just listen. And so with great coverage these repeaters have, I'm sure there's many people that we don't even know that are listening in on us on the repeater. So that's good. That's good though. Anyways, all right. So thank you, Mac, and then Wade, Noel, and Bill for checking in on YouTube. Well, let's see who else is out there can reach us by radio and would like to check in. This is VA3CJZ. Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt. Victor Echo 3 Kilo Mike Quebec.
Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable.
All right, I got 4 of you in there. KDT, IUK, KMQ, and CRF. Vern on the portable will take you first. Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
Good evening, Chuck. Thanks for picking me up. Appreciate it. I gather that Max just timed out the repeater. I was listening inside, stepped outside, and it was silence, and I'm like, the net can't be over already. And no, it wasn't. It was a nice sunny day, but not that warm, Chuck. I don't know what the temperature is right now. Maybe 0 or 1. But it's supposed to be cold and then rainy tomorrow, and then Thursday is going to be some ridiculous, 18 or 19 degrees. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, only in the hammer can you experience 3 seasons in one day. Well, all I can say, Vern, is thank goodness the sun was out nice and bright, because that wind was chilly. I went out for a walk earlier, had to go and check my blood pressure, and good thing the sun was out.
Yeah, they were saying on the radio, oh yeah, it looks nice out there, but make sure you bundle up because it's not that warm. Anyway, Chuck, won't hold you up. Thank you for picking me up. Do appreciate it. And I'll be listening along for a while. Just starting the walk, not ending it yet. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, Vern, very good. Well, thanks for checking in. And you're coming into the repeater, full quieting, no problems at all. Great audio. Enjoy your walk, Vern, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks again. Let's move over to Noel, I believe, VE3 Kilo Delta Tango.
Good evening. Say hi to everyone. I was kind of laughing there when Max timed out the repeater because that was right after he jumped on top of me when I first called out for call sign. So double funny for me. Nice one there, Mac. Other than that, things went well with me Monday. Get to see the boys a little bit more, but I'm just absolutely beat tired. It's like trying to play 30 games of chess
it's a positive thing, and things can only get better. So, way to go. Sometimes it doesn't take much for you to be, thrown for a loop or, discombobulated. But eventually you calm down and things work out. So, anyways, let's see. What else you got for us?
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I was a little vague there. I was trying to make an arrangement and that to try and be fair and even and everything as far as the court and that. But it's prior experience has taught me that every time I try and be nice or do things to go out of my way or whatever else like that, it gets thrown back in my face. So it's just trying to write the wording and make it so that things stay fair and things stay happy and amicable for everyone, but I don't get used anymore. So like making sure that like time for drop off doesn't get pushed out further and further, that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of trying to think of where she's going to try and take advantage or whatever else, and still just try and give my boys the best life that they can. So I think I did well, and it looks like it's all going much better, but my brain's just absolutely shot now.
All right. Well, speaking of shots, maybe you should have a shot. All right. Well, it sounds like things are going there, going well so far. Thanks for your check-in, Noel. Do appreciate it, sir. And you have a great rest of the evening. Let's move over to Bill, VE3I UK.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Good evening to everybody online. I hope you copy me. I'm just on the handy-talkie in the basement. I didn't get to getting the antenna put up today. I don't know if it will tomorrow because it's going to rain, but just hang in there, folks. I'll have a better signal. And kudos for Mac for being consistent with his endeavors there to make very good use of the repeater. And kudos to you, Chuck, for the use of polysyllabic words like discombobulated. I haven't heard that one in eons. Anyway, everything's cool here. Maybe Thursday might get out and do an activation by the looks of that nice warm weather we're going to have. Nothing else, Chuck. Thanks for doing it. Back to you.
All right. Well, before you go, Bill, I just want to know if you've been able to use that radio since you got it. Have you put it in action yet?
No, as I say, I plan to on Thursday because it looks like we're going to have a good day, and I might sneak over to the park and do an activation.
All right. And my last question is, do you have just one HF antenna, and is it the Pac-12?
I do have a wire antenna, but my issues with my eyesight is being able to get something up into a tree. So we're going to look at trying to get some kind of telescopic pole. So when I'm out there, I can also utilize a wire. It can even be a random wire because this thing apparently has a good tuner with it. The AT180 that I also want to give a workout. Chuck, back to you.
Yeah. You don't want a blind guy throwing something up in the air that's got weight to it and lands where you don't want it to land. But very good. I understand there, Bill. And sorry, I just had to.
Well, that's all right. That'd be a good one to put on YouTube for a little comic relief. No worries, Chuck.
All right, Bill. You're doing a fine job into the repeater. Nice and solid. Great audio. Anything else?
Just one comment from Mac. I know last year on the long weekend, I think May, they did some kind of N1CC event. I just wonder if that's going to be repeated this year. Anyway, and that's it from here. Back to you.
All right. Yeah, the May 2-4, right? There was one on May 2-4. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Well, just hang on there, Bill. We'll bring Mac in after I talk to Michael, VE3KMQ. Thanks for your patience, Mike.
Yeah, okay, no problem, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net this evening. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm coming to you tonight on my handheld, and hope you're talking to me okay. I hear a very light buzz in the background. I haven't checked other repeaters this evening, but I am hearing it here on receive. So I think it's local to me, but I'm not sure if anybody else is encountering that. Chuck.
Yeah, I don't see anything coming out of my end there, so I don't know. But you're doing fantastic on your handheld. I have you at an S5 on direct there, Mike. So great job. And you might, I don't know if you could check me quickly on direct as well, but maybe that sound would be gone. I don't know if it's the tone or what, but you're doing a great job.
Yeah, okay, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, this little handheld does 10 watts, Chinese radio. Some of them are leaning to that power level these days. Yeah, I'll have to, I'll just look into it. It's not objectionable, since I noticed it here. So, anyway, I've got kind of a little bit of a fun story for you and the others on the net this evening. I was working a contest this past weekend. And I had fabricated a while ago a little manual switching module, I guess you'd call it. It's got a couple of push button momentary, well, one is a momentary button push switch, which I use for the push to talk. That feeds into the Heil desktop microphone I have. And the other one on this little project box that I made has a push to lock switch. So I very rarely, push the push to lock switch because, the fuse tend to be very short, especially on contests. Well, I'm contesting away, and I was using my thumb because the switch is on the side of this little box. And I don't know what happened, but my thumb slipped off the button, and the cap of the button and the spring went flying. Needless to say, I couldn't operate the push-to-talk switch, at least the momentary one. So I had to rely on the push-to-lock. But fortunately, I did have a spare switch. So what I ended up doing is I had to halt my QSO's contest for about 30 minutes, got out the soldering iron, took it all apart, resoldered the new switch in, and away she went.
Some people, they drive fast. They say you've got a heavy foot. You've got a heavy thumb, I think, Mike. Yeah, of course, right? Well, there you go. You got it resolved.
Yeah, Roger. And I just see I got low voltage on the radio here, so I'm going to have to cut it with that, Chuck. Good talking to you, and 73 VE3KMW.
Okay, very good. Mike from Burlington. Thanks for the check-in and great job on the handy-talkie. So we'll clear with VE3KMQ, and let's see who else is out there would like to stop by and say hi on the Tuesday night edition of April Fool's Lake Ontario Radio Club. This is VA3ZOE. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. All right, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. Cal, come on in.
Hey Chuck, how are you? You're right about it being nippy out there. I took out my bike just to take a spin, and it was cold, so I came right back home. So anyways, don't let that sunshine fool you. It's a little bit nippy outside. Back to you.
Yeah, exactly how I felt once I went down the front steps of my porch. Once the wind catches you there, it's like, oh, okay. So it was a good thing the sun was out, though. Otherwise, it would have felt even chillier, I think. But anyhow, Cal, whereabouts are you tonight?
Oh, I'm at home on my base station. That's probably why my signal's better than when I'm in the car.
Absolutely. Although you do pretty good in the car, I must say, Cal. I've got you S5 on direct over here at the Center Mall, so good job.
Very good, and thanks for doing that, Chuck. Back to you.
All right, very good. Before I take any more check-ins, I just thought I'd let you guys know I've checked RPAD on the APRS webpage there, and he's on the beach right next to the SpaceX launch site in Texas there on the Gulf Coast. And so when I checked earlier, the temperature was 24 degrees Celsius. So he's still down there, and maybe he'll check in with us on Wednesday night on the AREG, the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, as I also stream that on the net on YouTube. So look forward to hearing from everyone then. That's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. The AREG net on 146.430 megahertz. Goes from 8 till 10. Hope to hear you then. And with that, let's see who else would like to stop by and say hi on this April Fool's edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango.
Victor Alpha 3, Delta Charlie Sierra.
All right, there's two more. Bravo Tango and DCS. Let's bring in VA3 Bravo Tango. Albert.
Good evening, Chuck. I just made it in here. I thought the night would be over or something, but hey, by the way, April Fool's is over, so what are you, dragging it through the whole day?
April Fools, you got to go to Barrie in 2 weeks.
Easy now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so how was today?
That wasn't too bad. Another day in paradise at work, I say. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, the week's flying. Tomorrow's already Wednesday. Geez, half week, I mean. That's crazy. But that's okay, I guess. But it was all right. It wasn't too bad at work today.
Yeah, so what's left to do, really?
We're wrapping it up. So by the end of this month, right now we're in the finishing stages. So tiling, carpeting, finishing, painting, ceiling tiles, T-bar grid, all the fancy stuff. Basically, we're building a facility in Oakville that's going to hold, well, I'm sure, have you heard of pickleball and paddleball?
Say what?
Pickleball and paddleball.
Oh, yeah.
So this facility is going to be one of the biggest ones around in, I guess, Ontario. It's going to hold, let me see here, 10 courts that are paddleball and 9 courts pickleball. This place is, it's good. It's quite the facility. It's got 2 change rooms. It's going to have steam rooms, sauna rooms, ice plunge baths or something, I guess, big tubs with full ice, showers. It's going to have a gym. It's going to have a daycare center, a yoga area. It's crazy.
Wow. Who would have thought pickleball and paddleball would make such a big comeback in Oakville? Right on. I didn't know that. Very good.
Well, listen, I didn't know anything about it until we built this facility here. Apparently, it's really, really big in South Africa, Europe, like all towards that way is huge, and it's making a huge, like it's huge over here now. It's a big thing.
The next big thing. All right. Can't wait to see it on the news when it opens. All right, Albert, did they give you a lifetime membership?
No, I don't want nothing to do with it because I found out, I guess, I don't know, it's a big thing, like with these paddleball courts. So the paddleball courts, in the paddleball courts itself is turf, okay? So with that, they use silica sand to hold it down. And they put quite a bit of that silica sand on there. I don't know if you know what silica sand does to you over the years.
No, I don't.
Well, if you work with silica sand, it's really bad, like sandblasters and stuff. You know, if you work with it for 15, 20, 25 years, you get enough of that stuff in your system, it's cancerous.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I guess all the fine particles find their way in. All right, well, maybe they'll have to improve, see how it goes, I guess. I don't know, but hopefully they got a good air filtration.
Yeah, it's called sign waivers. I don't know, apparently, it's funny though, because I had an argument with one of the owners there. He's like, the stuff's been so refined, it goes through it gets refined and it gets clean, and buddy, have you read the bags? Like, this bags comes from a place here in Hamilton on Sherman Street here. I don't know, I guess they refine it, but if you read the labels on it, it clearly tells you right there, cancerous.
All right, well, I guess all the young preppies that are going to be playing pickleball will have a surprise in 20 years.
I don't think it's a big deal in Oakville. It's all old people, so not a big deal.
Okay, Albert. Thanks for the update. And that's right, folks. Read the labels on things. You'll be surprised what's in there. Thanks again, Albert. Any final words?
No. Just a bean for the pot, and yeah, we'll let you continue on there. I didn't think you were picking up the net, but I guess you are. Anyways, have a good evening, everyone, and yourself, VA3BT.
All right, Silica Sand Albert. Let's go and say hi to Dave in Dundas, VA3DCS.
Well, good evening there, Chuck. Yep, nice sunny day today. I was stuck inside, so it could have been raining and I wouldn't have cared. That'll be tomorrow. But yeah, pickleball. That's what my wife plays. Plays twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. And if they can get more, they do. And also, pickleball has quite a reputation in Hamilton for the noise it creates in some places. And they've been to court for the noise. So indoor facilities, maybe they'll have to start wearing ear protection because it gets so loud.
Yes, I do know that some of these ball courts, whether it's handball or what have you, they have a lot of reflective sound, and if you've got neighbors, well, yeah, that's a whole different ball game. But if it's one facility, then the noise is well, unless it's so loud that if it's close to a residential area and they hear it, yeah. So I don't know where they're putting it. Albert, is that place you're building, is it in the residential area?
It's indoors. It's in 80,000 square foot, so yeah, nowhere near a residential area. Will it be loud in the facility? Oh, you darn right it is. But yeah, he's right though. Pickleball is loud. Just paddleball is more like a tennis ball, and pickleball is more. It's lighter. It's got holes in it. It's loud.
All right, very good. Back to you, Dave.
Yes, it can be very loud. Yeah, you got I guess plastic on. I don't know what the paddle's made out of, but it's like the wiffle ball with the holes. If you're outside, the holes are larger. If you're inside, the holes are smaller, apparently, or the other way around. I forget.
All right. Well, we'll have to keep our eyes and ears open on any pickleball competition happening in Hamilton.
Yeah, I forget what station it was on, streaming, or I think it was on a streaming platform last fall. I was watching. They had the pickleball championships, and I think it was taking place down in Texas or Arizona, someplace where it was ridiculously hot.
Yeah, that's another thing. I found out that places that are that hot usually have huge malls. They rarely go outside. They're always indoor. They like in Saudi Arabia and that. Apparently, no one goes outside. Everything's indoors. They got these huge facilities now.
Yeah, I believe it. I know my kids down in Texas. When it gets really hot, to go outside and actually just try to enjoy being outside is not something that they do. They go out and get in the car where it's air conditioned, get to where they're going, and get inside. There's no hanging around outside.
Yeah, like Australia, they build caves. They build homes out of in the mountains or whatever, and the temperature stays at 69 degrees Fahrenheit year round, because it's so hot in their summers there in Australia. Sure, if you go at the right time of year, it feels like paradise, but you can get hot. Anyways, I'm hoping it gets hot here soon.
You and I both, and probably a lot of others. Yes, can't wait for it to be nice and warm. And when it does get warm, maybe I'll be able to string my wire antenna out around the fence line and actually get the VHF working here.
Yeah. And so I finally fixed my G5RV there. I was getting some RF coming back into the shack. Found out that my 1-to-1 Ballon or RF isolator, the MFJ915, had gotten filled up with water. Went outside and unhooked it and flipped it upside down, and maybe, I don't know, an ounce of water came out, and I was like, whoa, okay. Guess we're taking that out of line. And so it's sitting in front of the kitchen heat register, and we'll have to make sure it's properly sealed before I put it in line again. But anyways, Dave, thanks for checking in, sir. Do appreciate it. Do you have anything else for us?
No, nothing else. I'll let you get on and let the hordes of other check-ins come in, and VA3 DCS listening.
All right. I don't know about the hordes, but let's see who else would like to check in on the April Fool's edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. This is VA3ZOE standing in for Jason, VE3ZJC. Anyone, anywhere. VA3NFG. There he is, the one and only, Steve-O, VA3NFG.
VA3CJZ, VA3NFG, good evening all.
who's tuned in this evening. I just caught you before I was about to end there. I looked at the clock. I thought, I wonder if the net's still on. And sure enough, you've got it rocking there, Chuck. What can I say? So my check-in number 11 tonight. Ooh, what do you got? A crystal ball over there? You're close. You are number 12. So good job. I haven't checked you on reverse yet, but you're holding your repeater just fine. Excellent. Yeah, no, I'm just about to pull the trigger on the PTRX fan adapter for the 7300. Tax in $261. But that'll allow me to plug in an external monitor, or in my case, it'll be going to my 55-inch TV on the wall. So whatever's on the display of the 7300 will be on the TV, nice and bright and big. Go big or go home. Yeah, my monitor is 55 inches. Geez, what's mine? I think only 36. Yeah, it's fine though. Considering it's only about 4 feet away. Anyway, Steve, great job. I think I got you like, you're fluctuating. You're moving a bit there, but that's 6. So good job on reverse, my friend. Anything else? I was just going to say, you're talking about getting a pan adapter and going nice with this and that. And first, you need to have a Radio Shack set up. Oh! Yeah, I was vacuuming in there today, needless to say, and my shop vac kind of blew up. It quit. It quit before I was about to hit the power off button. So I didn't have a filter for it, so I substituted a sock, put a sock over it. Now, take it easy, Mac. I was talking to Chuck here, not you. so I put a sock over it, and I guess the suction was a little, I don't know, the motor was running a little high there. So I took the filter off, I took the sock off, and ran it again, and the motor was still running high. So I thought, it must be normal RPM for this shop back here. So I put the sock back on it and carried on and vacuumed the floor there. Got about 85% of it done, and I had to go around the desk the other way, so I came back to shut it off, and the vacuum already shut off for me with a big spark. So that's it. So I guess I know what I'm picking up tomorrow at work.
A broom.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're working at the right place for that there, buddy. So employee discount, here we go. Yeah, only if there was one. There's no discounts there for employees. I might be able to get a markdown. I guess you can call that an employee discount. I'll have to. What will I have to do? I'll have to open the box. That's it, and then they'll give me a discount for an open box. Yeah, well, you got to be careful those shop vac things there. I remember there's a shop vac that has a ball in it, and if you knock over the shop vac, that ball gets sucked into the motor at the top, and it makes that high sound like it's working really hard. And so you got to turn it off, let the ball drop, and then you can turn it on again. So yeah, who knows? Maybe you had an obstruction there. Minus the sock. Yeah, well, I thought that was a really good idea. I'm like, damn. Because what I had on there was, when I took it apart to clean it outside, there was a T-shirt, with the sleeves that were knotted, so it went over and it was wrapped around and attached with a big zip tie. Right? So I thought, well, instead of using the T-shirt again, maybe, there's some odds, a bag of single socks in the laundry room there.
a good one in a bag there, and if another one goes and I got a match, then I'm up a pair of socks. So I grabbed the sock. I'm like, yeah, that'll work perfectly, like perfect, and it did too. Fit on there really well, you know. But it was time for the vacuum there. I've had it for quite a while. I've had a couple floods in the laundry room. I guess we used it to suck up the water. You know, that's probably pretty rough on the motor of a shop vac. And it's not a very big shop vac either. It's actually made by Shop Vac, which would be a Canadian Tire product. So the one I'll get tomorrow will be made by Rigid. And I've got my choice of two. The more expensive one is the smaller one, believe it or not. But it's got a flip-out dustpan. So you can either sweep the mess to the vacuum or just flip the dustpan out and bring the shop vac and the dustpan to the pile that needs to be sucked up. So that's a pretty neat feature there. I think I'm looking at that one.
All right, Steve. Well, maybe you can let me know tomorrow night on the A-Reg what you decided on.
Yeah, roger that. I'm working, I'm a closer there tomorrow. So I'll be in there till 9 o'clock, but there'll be lots of time for me to get in there after that. So yeah, for sure. I'll let you know which one I got. All right, I'll let you get back to it there. What do we got? 7:46? Lots of time to pick up 5 more check-ins. All right, Chuck, back to you. VA3IMW.
All right, Steve, and while you're at it, picking up a shop back there, pick up whatever else you need to finish setting up that radio station. All right, so we're clear with VA3NFG, and let's see who else is out there who'd like to stop by and say hi on the April Fool's edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ. Anyone, anywhere. You don't have to be a club member. All right, I guess that brings us to the last call of the evening. Last call for the check-in net. Please come now.
VA3IMW with a recheck.
All right, VA3IMW with a recheck. Mac, come on back.
Yeah, just reckoning back to Will.i.am's question about an N1CC event in the spring. Something perhaps around the May 2-4 weekend. Not a bad idea. So I'll be polling folks near term to see if there's any interest in it. I think a lot of our operators have already got these N1CC Hunter and activator things all cinched up. There's probably a handful of new operators that would like to venture into this. So as long as there's people that are interested, we'll certainly find out what their availability is going to be, just to make sure that you got to kind of get into this and be there for long enough to work 11 bands and get all your park-to-park contacts. So 11 bands. What was our record there? I think we got it down to a fine science and had a band finished in 6 minutes, if our calling pattern was correct. So by the time you do 6 minutes per band, plus antenna setups and tuning in order to move it on, so you're going to be there, let's say 3 hours, in order to get through 11 bands and be able to work the locals and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of the folks that I want to talk to. Anyways, I will turn it back to you, and over the next few days, I'll draw some information from folks that I think may be interested. Sometimes May 2-4 weekend is when people are out of town and not available, so we'll take that into consideration as well. Okay, and thanks for providing a good opportunity for me to bite my tongue there, Steve. I certainly appreciate it. And put a sock in it.
I put a sock on it, and it worked real great.
Till it didn't.
That's what she said.
All right. Anyways, back before you go, I got something that I received in my email thanks to VE3RWJ, and there's a link to a video with the first German woman in space making radio contact this morning out of a technical university in Berlin, Germany. And so I posted the video on the Facebook AREG page. So if you're an AREG member on Facebook, check out the video. It's pretty cool. There's a whole crew of young students there, young amateurs, and the like, and they made a brief contact with the Dragon capsule, or whatever it's called, that was orbiting the North and South Poles. So they made radio contact. It's a really cool video, and I would urge everyone to click on it and check it out. The beginning of the video has subtitles because they're talking in German, but then after that there's an English portion, and you can hear and see the radio contact. So very interesting stuff.
Absolutely, and Chris sent it to me as well. So I listened to about 4 minutes of the pre-log and then scrolled ahead to the actual contact where things get much more interesting. So you can probably zip on to about 10 minutes in and enjoy the last 8 minutes of the video.
All right, there you go. Okay, sir, I want to thank everyone who checked in on the YouTube stream, and Mac, thank you for hosting the YouTube stream. It's much appreciated, sir. And if that's everything, I guess we'll wrap things up there. Back to you, Mac, for your final.
It's all good from here, and I'm not going to risk timing it out again. Thanks for everybody joining on YouTube. And don't forget us here on Thursday evening on 446-125. I'll also be streaming that because it's a simplex net, and not everybody can hear everybody. I heard a wise man say that once. Thanks again, Chuck, and we'll be looking forward to spending some time with you and everybody else tomorrow night on AREG 7-3s.
Okay, before I wrap this up, are there any last-minute check-ins for tonight's net? Please come now. All right, tonight we had 12 check-ins, including the YouTube ones. Actually, they all made it into the radio check-ins anyway, so except Wade. I guess Wade is unavailable tonight, but he is in the log. Thank you, Wade. And with that, hope you all enjoyed your April 1st, 2025. May the rest of the week go swimmingly for you, as it will be tomorrow. Take care, everyone. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3, returning the repeater back to regular operation.
That's a wrap for the AREG net, or sorry, not the AREG net. That's a wrap for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net here in Hamilton, Ontario. And we'll bring this live stream to a close. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday evening, where we'll be streaming the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on a simplex frequency of 446.125. 7 3s. That's our way of saying good night.